Hey everybody, look what I got. That's right, I got the Zuru X-Shot Turbo Fire. In this video, we're gonna take this out of the package, we're gonna test fire it, then at the end, we're gonna see if we liked it or not. Coming up next, we're gonna take it out of the package. Okay guys, we are gonna take this out of the package. Let's see if my trusty scissors will work out great. All right, see how many of these we need to take care of. And before we do that, let's take a quick look at the back of the package. Very cool. I've really been happy with the Zuru X-Shot stuff. I've only had 2 other things I've reviewed, but so far I am very impressed. In fact, let's just tear this thing apart. That's always fun, isn't it, guys? All right, so we got a nice big pack of ammo right there. Very cool. Let's rip this thing open. Here's where we're gonna need the scissors, of course. Let's just slice right through that. And there's a clip here. I think that's just for the sight. Keep that protected. And okay. So we've got these little turny knobs. You just twist these out. Here we go. It takes a little bit of patience to open this thing. I know you guys are patient, so it shouldn't be a problem for you. Of course, Uncle Ryan really isn't that patient if he's being honest, so know that to be true. Let's go to this one now. All right, we're getting close, guys. We're getting close. Okay. Now this is what we've waited for. And of course, the thing I like about the Zuru X-Shots is they've got stickers, decals. They look the same on both sides. Nerf does not do that. I'm really not a fan of that. All right, so I am gonna load this thing up and we are gonna come back next. All right, everybody. So let's take a look. Let's take a little tour. Right here, we've got kind of a sling mount right there. Very nice. Right here, we have, let me put my hand in there. That's how we cock it. Boom, tons of power. I like that. There's the trigger. The handle's not bad. Not bad at all. I think it will actually work well for a lot of different size hands, especially when you can balance things out in the front for the little guys. Right here, we've got our sight that pops up. Very cool. Right here, we've got our ammo storage, and you can rotate this around. And the only thing that actually fires is this external ring right here. This inner ring, that's just storage, so you can use that to reload. Very cool. All right. And really, that's pretty much it. That's how it looks looking down the barrel. Never do that, by the way, everybody. Safety first. That is very important. And coming up next, actually, before we do that, I'm just going to rip a few of these things off here. Very cool. All right, coming up next, we are going to fire these darts at a target. All right, everybody. Let's get this thing going. We are gonna fire at that target right there. And let me see if I can keep the nose down low enough. That way you can see this thing being fired. I will do another version of this, firing it off to the side. That way I can promise you that you'll see it being fired, but I kind of like this angle too. It'll give you an idea of what it will actually look like when you're firing it yourself. So let's get into it. So far, really accurate, really powerful. All right, so I just fired all of the rounds, as you can see right there, and there are 20 of those. And then it looks like we've got 8 there in the middle that we can use to reload. All right, so with that in mind, I am gonna do some firing off to the side here, and that's all coming up next. But first, we're gonna see a montage of what these rounds that I just fired looks like in slow motion. That's coming up next. Okay, so I'm gonna be right here off to the side. I'm gonna line this thing up. I'm gonna see just how accurate I can be and fire this thing as quickly as I possibly can. So I'm gonna pop up the trusty sight right there. Boom. I didn't pop that up earlier because I didn't want to block the view of the camera firing at the target, but since I'm off to the side, that really doesn't matter right now anyway. So let's see what we can do here, guys. All right, I have to admit that towards the end, I just wanted to see how fast I could pull the trigger and prime it, do that, whatever you want to call that with this thing. Cock it, make it ready to go. And I'm gonna do one more round, but first, let's do a montage of that. So now we are going to test the slam fire feature, and I'm going to do that off to the side here too. And what that is, just so you know, is you hold down the trigger and then you slam this thing back as fast as you can and it automatically fires the round. So that's what we're going to do right now. We've got 20 rounds to fire with the slam fire, and that's going to start right now. All right, that was a lot of fun. One thing you need to do, make sure you pull it back all the way. There are a couple of those that I did not pull it back all the way, and it didn't fire perfectly. But the rest of them, my goodness, look at all these darts all over the place. There's a bunch on the floor too. I love it. I love it. So coming up next, we're going to do our montage. And then after that, we're going to do our pros and cons. All right, everybody, we're going to do our pros and cons for the Zuru X-Shot Turbo Fire. As far as the pros go, this thing holds 20 rounds. Here, ready to fire, and then on the inside, there are 8 more to use as quick reloads. That is very cool. Of course, the whole package itself comes with 48 darts, so you can have a lot of fun even after you lose a bunch of these. Damage or lose a bunch of these. That happens. That's part of the Dart Blaster game. Another cool feature is that it has a pop-up sight. Now, I didn't really use that much. I seem to have a little better luck with just that sight right there, but that's still a very cool feature. You may enjoy that. You may be able to utilize that better than I was. Now, one other thing that I think is the biggest pro, you hold down the trigger, pull this back, pop, 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 slam, fire. That's what that's called. I think that's a really cool feature. Now, as far as the cons go, there's really only one con, and there's a really, really easy workaround for that. What happened was all the darts here were really stiff, and it was really hard to fit them in here. So all I had to do was take the darts, just roll them like so, loosen up that foam, make it nice and soft or reasonably soft, softer than they came in the package. So it slid in there nicely, and they also come out and fire nicely. Before, they were kind of way too stiff and getting stuck. You had to really push to cram them down in there. So that was a quick and easy solution to the con, which really, that's not a bad con at all. You want your darts to be fairly firm so they're more accurate and all that stuff. So I think that's a pretty good trade-off. With all that being said, this is definitely Uncle Ryan approved. Like, comment, and subscribe. And Uncle Ryan is signing off.